Dealing with hills and terrain can be a challenge when using gunpowder units in battle. While there's no one-size-fits-all solution to this problem, using different gunpowder formations and positioning your units strategically can help. One of the most common mistakes gunpowder users make is simply placing their units on top of a hill and leaving it at that. However, this can actually hinder your line of sight. Instead, position your units slightly into the hill itself so they can fire down on approaching enemies. When it comes to stopping approaching enemies, there are a few different tactics to consider. However, not all of these will work in every situation, as factors like length and steepness of the hill can impact your strategy. One risky but effective tactic is to engage the enemy infantry head-on with your own troops. Then move your melee infantry to the side so your gunners have a clear line of sight. The downside to this approach is that you risk exposing your gun line and must rely on your infantry to keep the enemy at bay. Another strategy to consider is using the high ground to your advantage. Deploy your melee infantry at the bottom of the hill and choose a gunpowder formation that works well with the terrain. If you're new to using gunpowder units with hilly terrain, starting with the basic checkerboard formation is a good idea. Just be sure not to position your gunpowder units at the top of the hill, as they won't be able to see any approaching enemies. When approaching a hill, keep in mind that the same principles apply. Consider how you can block your own line of sight and how you can give your gunners a clearer view of the battlefield. Learning how to do this effectively takes practice, and trial and error is often the best teacher in this scenario. And by following these tips, you can use your gunpowder units more effectively in Total War Warhammer. Remember to experiment with different approaches when it comes to terrain, so you can find out what works best for you. And if you found this guide helpful, please give it a like and consider subscribing for more videos like this. Thanks for watching and have a nice day.